Уважаемые дамы и господа, говорит командир, пожалуйста, сохраняйте свои места и не пытайтесь открыть двери самолета. На улице разъяренная толпа, которая не знает.
Yesterday's ground operation in Gaza, bringing the IDF casualties inside Gaza to at least 12.
Trey Yangst is live in southern Israel with the very latest. Trey, good morning.
Yeah, Todd, Carly, good morning. The Israeli military has updated the death toll from the incident that took place yesterday morning, where an anti-tank guided missile was fired at a group of Israeli soldiers inside Gaza. That death toll has now reached 10 people, in addition to 2 others that were announced earlier yesterday by the Israeli military, who were from the Givati reconnaissance unit. So clearly there are difficult battles taking place inside the Gaza Strip. Last night when we were along the border, we could hear the gunfire in the distance. The Israelis were calling in air support to try to support those soldiers on the ground. But this will be a difficult street-by-street battle as Israel looks to push deeper into Gaza in their efforts to destroy Hamas. Also, we're getting more information on the Jabalia refugee camp targeting yesterday by the Israeli military. The Israelis say around 50 militants were killed, including Ibrahim Bayari, a top commander who was responsible for leading the entire Jabalia battalion, a battalion that was actively engaged in combat against Israeli forces inside Gaza. The Israelis are getting new questions today about the number of civilians that were killed in those strikes, and these are legitimate questions that need to be asked to the Israeli military about how many civilians they knew were in this area and how many they believed were killed as a result. Last night I was on a briefing with Jonathan Conricus, a spokesman for the Israeli military, and he discussed this issue, saying the target for the Israelis was this top Hamas commander, and as a result there was collateral damage, and the Israelis are investigating into this incident. But again, it gives you a sense of the environment the Israelis are fighting in, and we do expect more civilian casualties amid this ongoing war. We should note today, and as Jonathan talked about earlier, the Rafah crossing between Gaza and Egypt will be open today, according to Egyptian officials, to allow for some injured Palestinians to leave, along with 4 nationals. This is a very positive development for the American citizens that are currently trapped inside Gaza. We've been talking with some of them. They remain terrified about what's taking place. They've been stuck in Gaza since October 7th, and they are hoping to get home to their loved ones in the United States, hoping that crossing will remain open for those nationals to leave.
A lot of attention being paid to that crossing this morning. Trey, thank you.
Thank you, Trey.
When was the last time you sat down with a blank piece of paper and just like brainstormed? Ever heard that? I got a problem at the top. Right out the problem. Give me a fucking 100 solutions for that problem. I don't know what to Chill the fuck out. What is going to happen? Relax, G. Critical thinking. Spend some time with yourself. Develop your fucking brain. If the CPU is like slow as fuck, how you gonna win?
Pay attention. You can quit building the wall. Listen to what he about to say.
Did you hear about that? You know why?
Why's that?
Yeah, so whoever's over here, they're going to try to go back
They're going to try to come back to Mexico.
to Mexico, getting ready for a collapse.
A collapse?
On the dollar. So they thinking that a lot of people's going to start
Trying to go back?
Yeah, so now
This coming from the wall.
hold everybody back.
Coming from Mexico. So basically what he just told us was that they're paying them so Americans can't leave when it collapses. That's very interesting. The dollar is collapsing. That was one of those things that make you scratch your head and make you say, Because the wall is used for 2 things. For keeping people out and keeping people in. Let me know what y'all think about the entertainment wall in the comments.
Die today, your mother, me, and maybe another 50, 75 people show up. By 2 p.m., half of us are hungry. We're booking restaurants. By 5 p.m., your mom can't shed any more tears. She goes home, she goes to bed, and in the morning she figures out, how do I pay the bill? And everybody's back to work. Long gone dream, baby.
When I look at Republicans and Democrats in 2023, that's what I see, is I see people who are bitter and angry and disgusted with a system that isn't serving anyone correctly. But instead of us being able, in the same way that in a business, someone with a more conservative mindset and someone with a more liberal mindset could use entrepreneurial and like traditional and organizational skills to build a strong business, which is what we should be doing in our political climate and in our country. We're using our bitterness as a weapon against each other.
So we have another wave of migrants that are on the way. The largest one yet.
Problems at the border are about to get a lot worse. So right now, the largest migrant caravan in over a year is marching right towards the United States. It is said to be up to 7,000 people strong. One of the organizers of the caravan is speaking out, and he says President Biden should have seen it coming.
Joe Biden administration has lost the ball, has lost the power, and America has not been paying attention to what's happening. Every country has been just providing the rights, charging them $20, $30, or $40, and then just pushing them in, all the way to the Mexican border. Where's the American intelligence? Don't they know that all the countries are conspiring against the United States to make sure they have this crisis?
I'm confused. He's the organizer. Yeah. Okay. All right, so this happening as Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas refused.
So how is it that the migrants know this, but Big Brother doesn't? Yeah, we got 7,000 people coming. And we got Hamas and Iran and all these other countries that said America will pay. See, now I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we can put 2 and 2 together. So my people have a plan, be ready, be vigilant, because it's finna be a dark winter.
It's oversold. It's as if a music promoter acted unscrupulously.
Turn the lights on. Next to that small boy right there, hanging in the tree right there. That's okay with you real quick. Tracy, let's do it.
There are some people who were just laughing at those of us who were like screaming to get out because they thought it was funny, and they're not realizing that this is terror. We're trying to get out of here. The crowd didn't start out that packed. There was space. We didn't sign up to come here for this.
I was seeing 2 bodies laying down right behind me, and the whole time I was just thinking that they were passing.
Monster snake caught on camera.
I think Post Malone knows something that we don't.
According to the CIA, the total amount of fraud money is $80 trillion.
And cash was $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
So 1.9 trillion is actual cash, and all the rest of it is just bull. Doesn't exist. There's not a vault you can go in like a fucking
Imagine we're at war with a country, and then they have the best hackers, or whatever. This is all hypothetical, but you go to swipe your card and it doesn't work, and then everybody in America goes to swipe their card
and it doesn't
work.
Whenever the credit cards fail, whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail, and you can't use your fucking
hard anymore. You have 3 days to get out of where you are because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see them coming. Don't give up. America.
And so this is fucking proof that those Indian street food videos that you watch, yeah, they're just dirty and nasty on purpose. Or just weren't raised right. Because look at this man. What's the excuse? He's dressed fly as fuck. They all look fresh. The street down there looks clean. The area that they're at is clean. That motherfucker said blessing before he even prepared the food. He's got God on his side. I'm surprised DJ Khaled's not popping out saying, God did. The inside of whatever this is organized and glorious. It looks immaculate. This looks like an episode of Grandma's Cookies where love was in every stitch. Them shoes look nice. So far, I would actually eat whatever the hell this is, no problem. It looks kind of like Indian biscuits and gravy. It kind of looks like a dessert, but something's telling me that it's not. I don't know what this is. All I know is that it doesn't look bad. Your wife's showing them cheeks back there in that nice-ass dress. You oiled down your comb over so it looks presentable, and I love it. I'm hoping as we progress in this video, nothing disgusting happens because I'm on your side right now. Okay, that's a little nasty. I'm not going to disqualify you yet. Little nasty. I do like the fact that you're not trying to be wasteful, but nobody wants your fucking fingerprint inside their damn food. But we're still doing good. It's still looking nice. Looks like you're stirring up a batch of kids. This kind of looks like a nice representation of your mom's asshole. I want to know what these little biscuits are. These things look really good. Like, are they light and airy? Are they kind of heavier? Are they sweet? I don't know, but they look really fucking good. Couldn't you just put a glove on and then dip these in real quick and then set them in like a cup? Or like a little boat or something? As opposed to just mixing them around and stabbing the absolute living shit out of them. And how's there ice in there? Where did the ice come from? So is that ice cream? I can't read what's on the front of this damn thing. Someone in the comment section tell me what this is. Are those giant vanilla wafers? I see you rocking them open toes. Classic. What's that? The good shit? Are you gonna do a magic trick? Are those fucking spices? Are you gonna put curry on it? Look, he's even wiping down the shiny cans. Like, this guy's not fucking around. Oh my god, he is busting out the seasonings. One looks like tobacco, one looks like curry. He's even talking on the phone with his fucking food supplier. He's pushing the entire lid without dropping that somehow. I'd be a little nervous about that move. His scoop is perfect in those gold bowls. Where the fuck did you get those? I somehow got kidnapped in India and I was trapped and only had a few dollars in my pocket and I found this place. I feel like I'd be okay. Still, other than one slight mistake, nothing to really deter me. You're using your bare hands again, and in a pinch, I might let this one slide. It's not the end of the world, but it's still a little bit nasty. But it's not making me want to throw up. I'm going to let this slide because you haven't fucked up so far really at all. I do feel like you could probably come up with a better way to serve this, though, without having to put it on top of this tray and then pushing the tray out, risking the fact that you might drop everything. It feels slow, not efficient. But I'm going to let you be the businessman you are and focus on that later. Right now, you're just trying to make a delicious dish. That looks kind of like caramel sauce? All in all, for me not having any idea what that is, whether it's a sweet dish or a salty dish, the fact that you prepared it well means I give it a shot, even though I'm a little confused on what the fuck that just was.
If you have an Android and you type in *#0* you get this secret hidden diagnostics menu. So from here you can diagnose any issues you might have, you can check your front camera, you can test your speaker, and you can also make sure all the colours in your screen are all working nice and bright. Give it a try, make sure your phone's tip-top.
What is the #1 thing people regret before they die? And this study is made by a nurse. Starting at number 5, I wish I had let myself be happier. Let yourself be more happier. Number 4 is I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. Many have become so caught up on their own lives that they had let go of the golden friendships. Number 3, we have I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. That is powerful right there. Because the whole thing with this is like they lost time with their loved ones and family members because they got caught up on the hard work that they disconnect from relationships, right?
Fentanyl poisoning is the #1 cause of death for people 18 to 49 in this country. People are doing things they think are fairly innocuous, and it's laced with fentanyl, and they're dying.
Just across the border in October, they busted a drug lab that was turning out 70 million counterfeit pills a month. 40% of them are laced with lethal levels of fentanyl.
40%.
First off, all these pills you're buying on Snapchat, 100% of them are counterfeit.
They're buying pills on Snapchat? How does that work?
You can buy a pill on Snapchat. Here are the emojis that they use to advertise it with, and then here is the menu.
So who is this, cartels that are putting these things up on Snapchat?
Here's the deal. Fentanyl is synthetic. It's all being generated in China. And then China is sending it to the Sinaloa cartel. The cartel is then turning it into these pills. And then these pills are coming into America. The DEA estimates that they are intercepting about 10%. And what they are intercepting is enough to kill every American.
Wait, don't scroll. If you have time for Jesus, share this video and type Amen. God will bless you for spreading the gospel. Jesus is coming sooner than expected if you didn't scroll past Jesus. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. And remember, God loves you.
Why doesn't every country do this? Japan has introduced an innovative solution to keep its streets free of snow and ice. They use sprinklers to dispense warm underground water onto the roads, and the snow goes bye-bye. Apparently, Japan has been thinking about this for quite a while. It has large reservoirs storing naturally heated water for use during the colder months. The sprinklers work very well everywhere, even in regions with a heavy snowfall. And what's the best part? It's environmentally friendly. It avoids the use of salt or chemicals that could potentially harm plants and wildlife.
Hey, that's my tree stand. Come on, there's not enough room. You need to get down. You need to get down. Come on. Get your ass out of there. Come on. We both ain't gonna fit. Get down. Yeah, come on. Get your ass out of there. Don't go down. There you go. Thank you. Hey, you look just like me getting out of there. What do you? Oh, hell yes. Get down. You need to get down. Thank you. Now go find Daddy. Go find Big Daddy. Go on. Shithead. Yeah. Thank you.
Puss. Stop.
Alright, t'es prêt, petit gars? Woohoo! Whoa.
My name's Taylor.
Oh my god. Oh.
Hey.
Mình cua này. Bây giờ tạm đi.
What are you boobing about?
Riot, do you want to get neutered?
Ziva, you don't get a treat till she sits. Sit. It's all flowers.
Come here.
So you want to explain to me how the fuck we take better care of random logs than we do half our food over here? Also be careful, your thumb is right next to where you're slapping your damn machete. From one homeboy to the other, I just want to let you know that you're probably going to want your thumbs. These logs are more naked and bare than any woman you'd ever see in the Middle East. Let's go ahead and get to carving it down. I don't have the slightest clue what Grandpa's about to be making us. And what's in all those bags back there? Nice do-rag there with the checkers. You definitely look like you're the captain now. And we're shaving it down into the thickest construction paper I've ever seen. This is like Bible paper. But we just gotta watch the process because I have no idea what we're actually making. I'm just taking weird-ass guesses. Maybe they just invented toilet paper and this is the first batch. Damn, look at those bare feet. Somebody got picked to be line leader today, huh? Next time you're at your job and you think you hate it, just take a nice long look at this. I already hate this for them. It looks hot. It looks like the AC's not working. It looks like benefits suck. It looks like we're cutting this shit into weird shapes. This looks completely unsafe and you'd never want to put your hands anywhere near it. But look at them doing it anyway. And what do we make it? It looks like matchsticks. I think we're making matchsticks. A giant fluffy bucket of matchsticks. And my boy's been tanning. I think my boy would be ripped all the work he's doing at such a young age. But the problem is the lack of protein. He's not able to get those gains. So he's doing all this work, but his body's just kind of eating at itself. We're going to have to throw a little bit more steak into the diet. I know we don't like eating cows, but you can also eat chicken. So we have an entire automated line for just matchsticks over here. What brand is this? Because we probably want to stop supporting it until they raise their minimum wage up. This shit sucks.
To get out of the rat race, and I wanted to get out of the bullshit. My family, they would say, no, that's not a realistic dream. Go get a job washing dishes at a fast food restaurant. Like, that was their advice. That was the environment that was conditioning me on a certain life path. And it was from that environment that I had to not only deprogram, say, hey, this is bullshit, but reprogram. When
This is so scary. Do you remember when Neil Armstrong posted a scary picture of a gigantic pyramid in Antarctica after his visit there with the title, "We are all in danger"? And Instagram immediately deleted his picture. However, 2 years later, during an expedition to the same location, just like Armstrong, they found next to the Antarctica research.
The periodic table of elements is complete. There are no gaps. And there were gaps in it up until as late as the 1950s. One of the last elements to be discovered was technetium, named tech. You know what the definition of tech is? Human-made. Wow. That's why technology is we made it, it's not in nature. Tech means artificial, human-made. That element doesn't exist in nature, so we created it. Nature makes elements up to 94. We have created elements beyond that up to 118.
The number is the amount of protons in the...
The number of protons, correct.
So it's like we have one with 8, we have one with 10, but we can't find the one with 9.
Right, so
we
then
know
we
it's
find
out
the one
there.
with 9.
Gaps.
That's how you know that there's a gap, because it's a discrete number of protons in the nucleus of these atoms. So yeah, there's gaps above 118, but not in the main table that you saw hanging in the front of your chemistry class. The periodic table of...
There's a whole theory where every Disney princess is supposed to represent a disorder.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, so psychologists took a study down, and they said in every Disney princess, there's like a clear disorder that they have.
You mean like mental disorder?
Yeah, mental disorder. Oh, so Ariel.
Yeah.
If you notice, Ariel has a big ship, and there's so much things around her, right? So she's a hoarder. And that's a form of OCD.
Is that OCD?
Yeah, it's OCD in the form of hoarding. So
okay.
An easy one, Alice from Wonderland. What do you think she has, bro? This is so easy. She sees caterpillars walking around with eyes.
She has schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia. And then Belle, she was captured and put in a castle, right?
Yeah.
So this is called Stockholm syndrome. So that means you fall in love with your captor. She fell in
love with the bees because he was the only one there.
Exactly. And the easiest one, Elsa and Anna. What do you think they have? So they're really reckless.
Oh, Elsa has bipolar.
Yes.
Elsa has bipolar. 100%. I just saw that on the fly.
Elsa and Anna, warm to cold, bipolar.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, the Andromedans say that the divine plan is one of freedom. Any savior that comes down here and implements a government to save us, there's freedoms will be taken away from you.
So that whole system of belief was part of the system of control that was set up in the first place.
That's right. A lot of it has been Gray and Orion manipulations.
Okay.
And if you have time travel, it's very easy to go back in time and manipulate the future. It's very easy. And this they've done in an incredible way.
I can't even begin to imagine what events they have manipulated in history to change our course of evolution. For what purpose and why? TikTok, this is just for entertainment purposes only.
You know, they haven't been here thousands of years like our government says. The Greys have really only been here 59 years. Travel capabilities, they've gone back in time and they've been able to manipulate series of historical events to bring us to where we are now, to where we are asking for somebody to come in and save us. And they're already here. And if we ask because of our free will, will you please save us? Well, then we've asked for it. And we've gotten exactly what it is that we deserved, because we didn't take responsibility as a race to fix our own problems and to deal with our own problems. We kept looking outside of ourselves. And, you know, this is why the Andromedans are so strong about us growing up and really taking responsibility for it.
This has left its mark on the popular Mexican resort area of Acapulco, killing at least 27 people. The drone video shows the destruction the hurricane left in its wake. The storm surprised many by quickly reaching the powerful Category 5 status before making landfall, leaving little time for people to prepare. CNN's Patrick Ottman has our report.
No puede ser posible.
This can't be possible. Acapulco has been destroyed.
Acapulco, a tourist beach town, now the scene of heartbreaking destruction. After the Category 5 Hurricane Otis barreled into southern Mexico with sustained winds of 165 miles per hour.
Is a total disaster. It's not what it was before. The park was totally destroyed, the buildings, all the streets. No, I would describe Acapulco now as a total disaster.
As rescue workers reached the hardest hit areas, they reported grim news about the loss of life.
Unfortunately, we received word from the state and city governments that 27 people are dead and 4 are missing.
Officials said they tried to alert the populace of the rapidly intensifying storm, but there was not enough time for many to seek shelter, flee, or stock up on supplies. In less than 24 hours, Otis exploded from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane, which can inflict catastrophic wind damage and life-threatening storm surge. Forecasters admit Otis's sudden strengthening as it traveled over uncommonly warm waters caught them off guard. High ocean temperatures help fuel hurricanes. 2023 broke records for surface ocean heat, which scientists say is one of the effects of human-caused climate change. Mexico's president is visiting the region where the storm hit and said his country had never experienced a hurricane like Otis.
No tiene precedente.
This has no precedent in this country, not only because of the way it gains strength in a short time, but also because of the magnitude of the hurricane.
Forecasters called Otis a nightmare scenario, but it could simply be a sign of the hurricanes to come. Patrick Ottman, CNN.
Recovery efforts are underway in Acapulco, Mexico, after Hurricane Otis caused extensive damage. Power is slowly being restored, but operations at the airport are still suspended, and crews are working to clear debris from a landslide on a highway leading into the city. CNN's Gustavo Valdez reports.
This is typically what people come to Acapulco for, the nice beach, the nice surf, but right now it doesn't take long to see what happened after Otis came by. You see all the debris, it's plants, it's palm trees, it's metal, it's brick. This is the front of those fancy hotels where people spend hundreds of dollars to come and enjoy some time off. It's completely ruined. Not only the front, look up. Look at what happened to this building. You cannot even see any proof that anybody could have been living there. We have reports that people were actually in these buildings when the hurricane came, but you can see the danger they were in because of the damage that buildings like this have suffered after Otis. And this is something that we see not only on these nice, expensive areas, the resort areas, the more poor parts of the city are also suffering. The people are telling us they're not getting help, they're not getting water, they're not getting food. We saw looting in some streets, in some stores.
What is DEFCON and how do people get it wrong? Let me explain. The Defense Readiness Condition is the ranking system used by the U.S. military to determine how much danger America is in from hostile powers. There are 5 DEFCON levels, with 5 being the lowest used during peacetime. It's the default state of readiness, codename Fade Out, and color-coded blue. DEFCON 4 represents an increased security presence. This is when the military starts to get ready in case of any further threat. Codename Double Take, color code green. If DEFCON 3 is announced, U.S. soldiers and the military as a whole must be ready to move out on short notice. This is thought to be the current DEFCON level as of the writing of this video. Codename Roundhouse, color code yellow. DEFCON 2 means the world is close to nuclear war, with the military being fully prepared to engage the enemy. There have only been 2 times in history where the military announced DEFCON 2, codename Fast Pace, color code red. And finally, DEFCON 1, codenamed Cocked Pistol, means nuclear war is imminent. DEFCON 1 has never been declared in history. Color code white.
Jesus asked you not to skip this message from God to you today, but if you choose to skip it, don't be upset if he skips you when you need him. Can you treat this video as you would Jesus? This video did not come to you by chance. God has a blessing in store for you. Are you ready to receive it? Click on the 3 buttons on the side and follow this profile so that God bless your day. Then write, I am ready to receive your blessings, Lord. God wants you to know that a great opportunity is coming into your life. This opportunity will not only be beneficial for you, but it will also have a positive impact on many people around you, especially your family and everyone you love. Are you prepared for this transformation? Many doubted you, but God will show them they were wrong. And the blessing he has for you is not just any blessing. It is a great victory that will allow you to help those you love. If you believe and want this blessing, save this video as a way of demonstrating your faith, and leave an amen in the comments.
Push pin right in, and that's going to create the jets for our stove. Be my guest and experiment with how many holes you want in the can. I find that somewhere around 30, 32 holes tends to work pretty well for what I want it to do. And you continue to do that all the way around the can. And once you have the holes made all the way around the can, you can go ahead and peel the tape off. Now I like to go ahead and take my razor blade and go ahead and score the top of the can. And onto the bottom of the can a little bit easier. The inner wall is going to sit down in that groove down there, which is actually this groove on the outside. And then it's also going to sit up in here in that groove, which is really the top of the can here. Now, I'm going to make my inner wall the diameter of the top. And that's pretty much it. We're done with our build. Let's fire this thing up and see what happens. Now we can go ahead and add some fuel. I'm just using 91% alcohol. And then we'll go ahead and light it. This tends to be my favorite part. Push pin right in.